You never know.
You never know.
People are always thinking that I'm like this big party girl, and I'm the girl like dancing on the bar, pouring shots into other people's mouths. But I'm 100%
Now that I
sober.
think about it, yeah, like I don't associate with you with drinking. You just been out. Like I've seen, you know, obviously.
But it's so funny. People think I'm like.
Yeah, I like met you. I remember like in the bars in Boston and shit. You're just there vibing.
I'm legit sober.
Catching a wave. So never. I mean, you obviously drank.
I can't say never because there's gonna be people who are like, I've seen you with the drink. Like, there's times that like I'll go out to like dinners and like I'll be polite and like have a glass of wine, but like it's embarrassing. My glass of wine is like Moscato because it tastes like candy.
Yeah.
No, and like on my birthday, like people are like, oh, just have a shot, and I'll have a shot and I'll get buzzed, and then I'm like, whew, stop there. So like not never.
Yeah.
But I'm not like I've never been blacked out. I've never had like a hangover.
Let's be clear, that's a fucking amazing thing. It is. Especially as a girl though, like not even to say
some people are like, no, but pussy.
Yeah, but for real though, not even to say it like that. Like obviously it's just so much bad shit can happen especially for a girl. Like guys are guys. Like
for sure.
You can fend for yourself a lot more.
Well, and that's usually why I like to be around. And I mean, it's not why I don't drink. If I'm speaking candidly, and I'm gonna get so many people that are like, "You're a lame-o," I think it tastes like the freaking rubbing alcohol underneath the sink. Terrible. And I don't like to feel like shit. I like to remember things, and ultimately, I love being the one who like tells everyone, get on the 3-way call. I'll tell you exactly how it went down last night.
Yeah. That's always you. So you've always been like in your friend group. You're like the responsible one.
I'm the designated driver. Yeah. I'm the one who's going to tuck you in bed at night. I'm the one who's going to tell you to not pick up that drink. I'm going to tell you the one who says, go home with that guy or don't.
You got it. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love that. We dove right into it.
I'm the one who will like get you your... I know the things that'll give you electrolytes. Like I learned, but I
feel you. I love it. It's an amazing thing. I didn't know. I thought like just because you've gotten so busy and you're like, because Chris told me, I was like, oh, kind of. I mean, I remember it coming up after Boston. We were at the bar and someone brought it up, but that's crazy. I didn't know that. It's amazing.
No, they'll always be like a round of shots, and now people will notice. Like I'll take one just to like for sake of like argument,
right?
And then I'll like do the whole like. Or I'll like see someone who's like, yo, I need another one.
I hate to say it.
I'm
going to go on record and the fans are going to chirp the fuck out of me.
What?
I'm not a fake guy at all. Like I just can't fake it. And that's kind of why my mom is worried for my general health until she knew I wasn't fucking going crazy. But like I can't, even if I go on a show, like we could play a show in Montana and be like 400 people on a Tuesday. I can't fake it. I can't go out there and like fake turn up and be like, you know what I mean? Like these kids, everyone's expecting a certain thing. Yeah. Also just the energy when you get on stage is fine. But fucking meet and greets. So I have meet and greets.
That will suck the life out of you.
I'll be wearing it, hungover from the day before. Without the meet and greets, you took the meet and greet out of our tour agenda, like the recipe for our tour.
But you do yours before or after?
Before.
Only
because I'm a sicko and we want to party after.
Yeah, true.
That's the only reason. Like it should be after. But like we were doing it after for a while.
I give you a lot of props. So that's a lot of personable time.
It is
like before, and then you're very involved with your crowd during the show.
Oh, for sure.
And then you're not like in some high up, cooped up spot away from your people. You're in the mix.
I'm right in there. Yeah, I'm right in there. So
good for you.
My whole point is like fucking meet and greets. Like they'll come in like they've been waiting for months. You know, party like yo, we're gonna take a shot. They'll come in. They'll sneak like nips in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't say no. I can't like. You know how many times I wanted to fucking pour it over my shoulder. I just can't.
Yeah.
Because if someone catches it.
Oh yeah.
I just can't.
You never faked it, Mike?
I swear I can't. I just can't.
Really?
Like there's so many times where I'm like, I'm gonna yak. I mean,
I feel like Kilmer the Filmer would have got that on tape.
Yeah.
And would have blasted.
Well, you know where I learned how to fake taking shots?
What?
The movie Coyote Ugly. You ever see that?
Yeah, I have, but I don't remember the fake.
Yeah, they fake it.
They explain it to her when she's first working at the bar.
I have to watch again. I haven't seen it since like middle school.
Here's the thing: you take the shot, and then you take a sip of beer, but you're really spitting it out back into the beer bottle.
Steve came back to Papa. Where he belongs.
That's all right. He started off
before we got started. We kind of jumped right into this podcast. So fuck it, let's bring it back around. Steve always sits next to me. As soon as Camille came in, plops right down next to her.
That's what I like to hear. I wanted to feel special. I was like, please tell me, Mike.
It's all right, Steve. It was a lapse of judgment. You're back home.
Steve is always sitting with me.
You're back home. But we're with Camille Kostek, a girl. I want to say when did I actually meet you? It was 2013, 14.
Do you remember where we were?
I think it was at a bar.
I don't.
Yeah, I think it was at a bar, and Kilmer introduced because you.
Oh my gosh!
Because Kilmer,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's why Kilmer's here. Look at him; he doesn't even need to fish out of water over there. It's too late for him. It's past his bedtime over there. No, you guys had like shot some kind of video together. You were for another.
Oh my gosh! I forgot about that too.
Yeah,
we did.
I'm like, why did Filmer introduce?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that you call him Filmer.
Did I just say that?
Yeah. Camille's a Steve for all the Steves.
It's okay.
She's been a Steve.
You're not alone.
When Chris told me about this right away, I was like,
Got to.
Chris, schedule me in.
Yeah.
But I probably will still show up late.
But yeah, that's. I want to say we've had a bunch of like celebrities or athletes on so far. You're the latest. I'm just gonna float that out there and let it marinate.
Okay, can I be honest? I was like, these are my homies.
I like it.
They're gonna let me be.
I like it. Yeah, no, we met. It was in Boston at like a bar.
But you guys called me out.
No, I'm gonna call you out a little bit. But I want to say, yeah, it was either.
What bar was that? It was like an underground spot.
So you know where it was? I'm gonna botch the name because I didn't go often. But it was the bar where like all the Red Sox, like it was kind of like a low key, the back of some little like. I want to say it's closed since.
I cannot believe you remember that.
Yeah. I do.
I felt like
Clear
you
as
weren't
day.
really like not there like you weren't drunk.
Everyone always says that,
but I just feel like a lot of people were around you.
Oh, I was definitely drunk. I want to say we talked about this. Steve, don't listen to her. Yeah, no, he's not getting involved in this. I want to say like people say like you get drunk, like you were saying, like you forget things. Yes, I get like that level of fucked up sometimes where like I'll not necessarily recall all details, but for whatever reason, it's like in my DNA. Like I'm like good at like I almost see things a little clearer when I'm fucked up. Does that make any sense?
No, totally.
Yeah.
I guess.
It goes
I haven't done it, but I believe it.
Yeah, and that's not a normal thing, but it's kind of like us. We do it. I don't know.
Like
I
you
just
zone in.
I feel like I see things. I definitely remember. Not that I even remember things better. I just kind of like I see things a little more clear, differently. Maybe if I was sober, if that makes any sense. Yeah,
completely.
In a good way though.
Yeah.
Hey, to each his own.
Yeah.
But I want to. So this whole thing, I know you said you've seen clips of it, but the whole idea of this is just like. I'm trying to just put people in front of my audience that just have incredible stories that, you know, one, I know I can align with because I know you and your story, but just what you've done and what you've built against what odds, you know, and
well, you want to know what? I was thinking, I was actually talking to someone. I was just talking to Rob before I came here and correct me if I'm wrong. But I was like, not only do we have that like East Coast mentality, the way we were born and raised, that I have an appreciation for us for, and like being out here on the West Coast, away from our family, and you know, I'm all about sticking to my roots. And clearly, I mean, look who's around you.
Yeah.
But haven't you been like riding the wave with no record deal?
Yeah.
I'm one of the first Sports Illustrated swimsuit models to get into the magazine, no agent.
Wow.
So I feel like we are literally living proof that like staying true to you, no one works harder for you than yourself. Like the real recognize real, you will eventually be aligned with the right people. And like, I mean, I feel like of our own fan base, like they follow us because they can relate. It's not because they're like, oh, I aspire to be that. It's like, no, they're my homies. Like whether they know us or not. And when you have those meet and greets and you have that personal time, like.
You're exactly right.
It confuses me when people get starstruck.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's me.
I'm the same way.
And I'm you. Like we're human beings.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's honestly that's why you're going up so fast now. You know, because it's really refreshing in a sense. You see so much like in LA, you know, like you just see so much of the opposite. And yeah, they could maybe like they're the most beautiful, talented, skilled, you know, given all the right breaks in life type people. But if it doesn't connect with like people as an entirety, meaning like you might have a bunch of followers and fans, but like those people, they're not the same type of fans we have. Like you have that. I mean, I follow you on Instagram, and it's the same thing. Like it's like that's like they support you. Like yo, that's my friend I grew up with. Versus like that's the girl that's hot. Yeah, you know what I mean? Or that's the girl that's doing. You know, like
the coolest thing is it was so funny. Like when the cover hit stands, you know, when I get the
I want to fuck this up. Sports Illustrated Swimsuit, just the most recent, right?
Yeah,
cover.
Yeah, just
We're,
like
we're here with the cover girl, John.
I can't roll my tongue.
I feel like you're like Mr. Suave Mente. You should figure that out.
The podcast version of Kilmer is my favorite version. He's the best. I don't know where he's come from, but I love him.
Hey, Camille.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm handsome?
Yeah, obviously. He knows it. That's why he says it. If he knew
He's a
that there was
handsome
a
guy.
possible no, he wouldn't put it out there.
He's a handsome guy. Look at That's our shot.
Jeez. That's the only part he's going to put up. Hey,
Yeah.
come here.
15,000.
We're gonna
hits on
stir up a
Instagram.
fucking love triangle. The Kilmer and Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Quadruple the size of you.
Wait, have you guys met?
I don't know who it. Actually, I have a hilarious story if you want me to.
I have a
dive
funny
into it.
story too.
Wait, really? I
Yeah.
mean, who doesn't?
I mean,
It's my story's pretty brief. Like it's not crazy, but at the time it was pretty funny.
So you've met?
Not really, but sort of.
Okay.
And
it was
actually,
I remember the night.
it was at Julep in Boston, like years
oh
ago.
my gosh, I
After
loved
one of my
Julep.
shows.
I had my 22nd birthday there.
Years and years and years ago.
Place is special.
And I don't. It all happened so fast. All I know is that Rob's like standing next to me, and Blue's next to me. All of a sudden, like Blue steals Rob's hat off his head and dips. Rob,
Who the fuck's my hat?
Rob turns around and looks at me, and I'm just like,
I don't know how, but somehow. And my dad's like, this was before like he got around a bunch of athletes all the time through me.
Yeah.
What year was this? It's 2016 maybe. Right?
no, maybe even earlier.
Even earlier.
Yeah.
We just played like our first like big show in Boston, House of Blues.
Oh,
And
that's a big first show.
yeah. Oh, I mean, I played smaller shows before that. That was like one of our big
I
ones
understand.
first. You know, it was like starting to really pop off type shit. And one of the only pictures of the night is my dad and literally like I'm in the corner like unaffiliated.
Yeah.
It's Rob and my dad just having a heart to heart in the middle of Julep about something. And my dad was like, he thought he was so cool. Close the door, Steve. Steve closes the door. It's insane.
Who opened it?
He can open
He
and close
opens
every door in here.
So he just opened it and they just told him to
Like
close
we
it?
haven't let Steve out to the bathroom in like 2 years. He lets himself out.
No way.
Yeah, for sure.
He's
We
pretty-
can all
he's a
everyone
pretty cool
can attest to
dude.
that. Yeah, it's insane.
He's a pretty cool.
People
dude.
come here and they're like, dude, I'm pretty fucked up, but did your dog just open the door for us? I was like, yeah. Like there's parties here, after parties and shit, and like everyone who comes up is like, yeah, bro,
That
your
is
fucking
the
dog
greatest-
just opened the door for me.
Welcome.
Yeah, it
like
is.
first impressions are everything. That's awesome.
And my dad was just out here visiting, and he's like a small town dude, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And he like takes care of the house and the air conditioning. He sets it at certain times.
Yeah.
Like while he was here, he tried to set my air conditioning at times. So he's trying to like save me money because he knows Steve always opens the door.
Aww.
So literally, yeah, my dad's the fucking most adorable guy ever.
Oh,
But
I think my dad's so cute too.
Yeah.
And sometimes I cry when I just look at a picture.
Me
Like
too.
my sisters will just send me a picture. I'm like, don't do this to me right now. I'm on set. And they're like, why? It's dad smiling in a selfie. And I'm like,
the
yeah, I
best.
know it's cute.
the
And I
best.
just cry.
That's the best. You have sisters? I didn't know you
Two
had
sisters and a brother.
Younger or older?
Younger, I'm the oldest of four.
You're the oldest.
How old
You're
are
the
your
mama
sisters?
bear. Kilmer.
They
What?
both have
It's just a
boyfriends,
question.
but shoot. Oh, I love you guys.
Oh man,
20.
we'll cut this out.
20.
No. 24
Mm-hmm.
or 25
Yep.
and 19.
And brother,
Brother's 22.
22. So is he out of college? Or still in
He
college?
just turned 22. He's like the baby of
Okay.
it. I think he's going to his senior year.
Going to senior year.
Shoot. It's just when you get in that
Yeah.
bracket, you don't.
It's an
Your
interesting-
20s.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's an
now it's
interesting
like
time.
we're at that age where we can all chill. Like we were all just in the Hamptons.
I love that.
Like chilling.
19 is
that.
a fun age.
It sure
Yeah.
is.
She's
19's
loving
the
it.
magic number.
Some would say it's the magic number.
Yeah.
I don't know who said that. Someone
You
said
did. You're famous for that. But
Are you having more fun the older you get?
so much.
Same.
I had more fun than I did yesterday.
I wouldn't even go back to 21.
Me either. I want to go back to
Actually,
shit.
I feel like I still am. Like
Me
I
too.
don't know the difference.
Me too. I'm the same way. I mean, we're gonna get into this because this is kind of what this whole kind of discussion I want to have. Like,
Yeah.
we'll let it go because we obviously know each other really well. But like, I really want to get into psyche and like how you're working and operating like inside. Because I know,
Yeah.
just through like Instagram following you, like you meditate.
Yep.
You take time for headspace. And
well, I have a recommendation for you. And I feel like it's, I feel like it's one of those things which is what allowed us to vibe so quickly is one, I think it's the East Coast born and raised situation. It's about, I'm being so redundant, but like sticking to your roots, but also we take that time for the meet and greet portion. And I feel like you're like me where, here's the difference. I do my meet and greets after I do my talks.
You stay there till the last one.
My meet and greet is supposed to be 15 minutes. I will stay there until the damn sun comes up. And that last person, I hear their story. I give them a hug. I don't know how to turn someone away.
Right.
I'm so appreciative that they take the time out of their day to come listen to me. And for those of you who don't know what I'm saying, these talks.
Lectures, right?
Yeah. So I don't even know. I decided to give it a name. It's called Owning It with Camille Kostek, because saying like lectures, like, because I walk in and it's 7 o'clock on a Thursday night, and I'm like, y'all could be at the bar on Thirsty Thursdays. I see boys, I see girls, I see a lot of incredible people. This is brand new that I made up myself out of straight passion. I know y'all aren't getting credit for it.
Right.
So thank you for showing up.
Right.
And I tell them, I go, and at the end of this, a lot of you guys have DM'd me. A lot of you guys have asked me if, I could take a selfie with you or whatever. And I was like, and I know the first 50 people who lined up and you waited 5 hours and you ate your dinner in line, whatever. And I go, I love you guys. I'll see you first. But at the end of this all, I'm going to talk to all of you.
Yeah.
And there's 550 people in the crowd. I'm like, I still don't regret it.
Yeah.
But I got to be honest, it's what I go there to talk about. I talk about manifestations. I talk about self-love. I talk about self-acceptance. I talk about body image, and it's stuff that people have stories.
Yeah.
So it gets draining, and I feel like I have to give them a green light. I need to uplift them. So at the end of it all, sometimes I just get in the car and I cry.
Really?
And I cry because it felt good to help change someone's life. It felt good to see someone's going to get help who just had gotten done from listening to something I just said, or that we talked about after the lecture.
Right.
Or I cry because I'm just emotionally drained. And the energy is sucked out of me. Not in a bad way, but it's just the way it is. We're human. And you get it.
I can relate.
The next day you're waking up and you're like, I just performed a show. I'm sweating my ass off. I was jumping around. I was giving it my all, and I was drinking. But the majority of that was probably talking to your fans and hanging out.
Oh, you couldn't be more spot on. It's exactly what it is.
So have you ever gotten Reiki?
It's draining. I mean, I'm just not a girl, so I'm never not even to sound like that. Just it is very emotional. I'm definitely went and had a good cry by myself.
Oh yeah,
but
feels good. I'm a firm
amazing.
believer, and I tell my girl, it's not even girls anymore. The narrative's shifted to guys. A lot of guys show up too.
Yeah,
or all walks of life that come through. I tell them, I'm like, look at yourself in the mirror through a breakup. If you're down on yourself, you're low self-esteem, or whatever it is, look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to come over here. And have a good, ugly Kim Kardashian cry. Look at yourself. Why are you crying? Who made you cry?
Right.
Is it you? Is it somebody else? You just need to let the bad toxins out. Let the bad bacteria out. Let that shit go.
Yep.
It feels good.
Yeah, it does.
And it's fucking healthy.
Oh, man.
But I go and I get Reiki done a lot of those times.
Wow.
And I highly suggest it if you haven't.
I haven't.
Oh my gosh.
I'm down. I'm super
down.
Your
life will change.
Super down. Yeah.
It is every time after I have a talk, I schedule Reiki the next day. We literally everything.
What very quickly.
Schedule a what?
A Reiki
session.
Brief us for those who don't know.
Dummy 101s for Reiki, healing sessions, whatever. You don't even have to be spiritual to feel it. We work on energy, plain and simple. I can feel someone's energy when I go into meetings, and someone could be like, "Oh, they're good people." I'm like, I don't vibe with this energy. I just don't.
Yeah.
I can tell through a phone call, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dummy 101 explanation. It's getting your energy flow, your energy space where it needs to be.
Right.
And
there's
it's
a center
wild.
right here, walking distance.
Dude, you buzz.
I gotta go.
You buzz. From head to toe. It's wild. And I'm probably on like my 7th session and since the beginning of the year, and by now I'm like, I can like, I'm gonna sound crazy.
No, you're not.
I can like see myself on the outside. I can like see myself having Reiki done, my eyes closed. Like, who you don't know what you look like with your eyes closed unless like your friend takes a dumb picture. Like I can see myself on the Reiki session table, and I'm dead sober, no drugs, no nothing. It's all energy and like being in the right headspace.
I tell these guys they think I'm fucking crazy. I'm the only one that meditates in the house, really, but they're all believers and like see it and see the change in me.
Hard.
It's very hard, but I swear to God, and I do drugs. You know, not when I'm not talking about I'm high meditating. I'm saying I've done drugs and I fucking and I actually think
but it's still different. I think they're beneficial
experience in way very like I've had some amazing psychedelic done properly type things. My point of saying that is because I know what getting high off drugs feels like, you know, and I've fucking felt high meditating. Like I've straight up felt
very
like floating high as fuck meditating.
That's Reiki.
Yeah.
Except on another level.
Yeah.
Literally you have this Reiki master who will just put their hands over you. They can tell what's blocked. Like they can tell if you are like blocked in your throat and it has to do with like your communication's off.
I gotta go.
They can tell you're blocked, like the different chakras and stuff. And I'm still learning. Definitely been much more open to spirit and stuff. But
Me too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's.
I mean, coming from an East Coast, not even to pigeonhole, but like, at least in my world, like coming up as a jock, you know, student athlete in New England, there was just zero spirituality in my life. Yeah. And it's been incredible. I mean, that's I talk about this podcast all the time. It's been incredible because I think that's why I feel so young. Like I feel like I'm 18.
Totally.
Because it's just like once you wrap your head around like the proper perspective and understanding how big everything is and how small we are, like you kind of lose that, slightly just kill off the ego that I had, you know, and I still have to like push it off to the side, you know, but.
Think about this, like time doesn't really exist.
No.
I'm getting deep.
I love that we're going here, though. This is what I'm talking about.
Time doesn't really exist.
You're barking up and telling.
So when people are telling you, like, oh my God, you're 40, but you look 20. What the hell does 40 look like?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen 68-year-olds who are more healthy, more in shape, more open-minded. And then you go back and you're like, what are they eating? How are they thinking? How are they working? I like the way I look at 27 more than I did when I was 18 years old.
Me too.
I like the way that I work. I like the way that my values, my priorities, everything now more than I did. I have no regrets.
I said this to my sister. Because she, you know, she's like a fucking amazing person, but she's had hardships, you know, within her relationships. And like, that was one of her biggest things. Just like, you know, I'm a single mom. I'm, you know, 33 at the time, or 32 when we talked about it. And I was just like, age had, like, to me, everything you're saying, like, it's right up my alley. But I'm saying, like, age, if you think about it, age is kind of a man-made construct.
It is.
It's just like, it's not necessarily, like, no, at this certain age, it's just because the average person, by the way, by our government standards by the entirety of American people, they've been programming society to act in a societal manner, you know, to here's what we need. Like you kind of train them like that's even classroom, like the idea of like ringing a bell, like, you know what I mean? It's like, go to work now, you know what I mean? Like all these things. And to me, age is the same thing. Like you're supposed to get better. It's about experience. Experience enriches you. So as you go further, you're just adding experience. You're adding beauty, you know what I mean? If you really strip it down. And I think most people in their heads are programmed incorrectly to be like, oh man, my glory days are over.
Exactly.
I'm out of college.
And that adds to that stress and that aging factor, right? Then
tenfold.
And there. Why don't you guys think about it? How many times have you gone outside and looked up at the sky?
Every day.
How fucking weird is that, bro?
We've been so many people.
Yeah, I've been pulling, like I pulled post out, like
we've been preaching that a lot.
Let's go look at the fucking stars.
The daytime, the nighttime. When's the last time
funny.
you took off your damn shoes and walked barefoot?
Yeah.
I don't care if it's gravel. I don't care if it's a grass. I don't care if it's in your house. Socks off.
It's so weird.
Toes to the
so
ground.
Weird you said that, yeah.
Grounding is real.
Is Charlie Handsome in here? Or you just leave? Literally in the middle of writing a song about the stars.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at the damn sky, man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, nah. So how did you, all this shit now, all this mind frame, it's kind of what I was getting to, is like growing up where you grew up. I mean, it's all kind of back to programming a little bit, like who your parents are, how do they feel, what do they teach you?
Completely.
But, you know, did you kind of feel the same way? Like, did spirituality come on later in your life, or?
It was one of those things where I didn't, I mean, you know, maybe you did. Did you appreciate the neighborhood and the house you grew up in as much as you did until you moved out here?
No.
Same.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was like, Mom and Dad, thank you for raising me on a cul-de-sac in a small town where I thought everything was boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I appreciate going back there. And I get asked all the time, you know, you travel so much, you know, I'm in New York, I'm in Miami, I'm in LA, I have a place here in LA. Mm-hmm. And then Rob and I live together back in Massachusetts.
Right.
I love living in Foxborough. Why? Because I have a backyard. I live in a dead-end street.
Regularity.
I can drive my car, and I could be in peace and quiet. Mm-hmm. And I love that. Mm-hmm. It used to be LA until I got busy. and then I loved the seasons and even more. I always did.
Yeah. But spiritually speaking, like even just all your outlook that you're talking about, like a lot of the shit you're talking about. Now, did you feel like just through your experience it pushed you that way to feel that, or were you always coming from this place?
Okay. My journey with Sports Illustrated Swimsuit, I feel like a lot of people, like, they'll associate what they have seen. You know, like, say someone started following me a year ago, and they're like, oh, she just auditioned for the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit thing. What people don't know is I've been working for this for 12 years. Yeah. Like, 15-year-old Camille was like, one day, I'm going to be on the cover of that. I was in high school. I was a sophomore in high school, and I was telling my high school best friends, my girlfriend Jordan, still one of my homies, calls me all the time, just leaving voicemails half the time. I love you, Jor. I can't even answer. And she's like, I keep thinking about all the times you would tell me I'm going to be a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. And everyone would always say to you, like, that's so, like, what else? Like, what else? And I'm like, I'll let you know after I get that, because I'm telling you, man, the reason I want that is because it's so much more than just being another face. These women have personalities, they have voices, and they have platforms that they can capitalize on.
Right. And
that will allow me to fulfill all my other passions. I can still do on air reporting. I can get into the movies still, like I've been wanting to do. As
we're going to get there.
And I can, you know, finally... I have so much to say. I feel like I know that my soul's purpose is to spread love, happiness, and kindness. My soul's purpose is to not be a supermodel.
Right.
But it allows me to get those eyes and ears for me to talk about and do what I'm passionate about.
It's a vehicle that got you to your platform.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. You're on the like, I manifested so much unknowingly. You know, my
exactly.
Yeah, my parents, like,
talk about
they
it.
instilled that in me. Even subconsciously from them. My father was more of like us, you know, think the power of the mind. He was on that wave a little bit, but like
I was 17 years old. I went to St. Thomas for the first time to see my aunt Camille, who I was telling you I was named after, and she sat me down first night and she goes, "Listen, I'm going to take you out. We're going to dance, but you're going to watch The Secret." And I was like, what?
Here we go. That's where it started. It's kind of where it started for me too. I watched The Secret probably when I was like 5 years ago now, and like that was the tip of the iceberg, like where I kind of like, oh, what's going on over here, you know? Because you kind of, what was so crazy was in hindsight, you know, like from the perspective, like, oh, okay, I achieved some things that seem far-fetched, right? And then from that vantage point, you look back, which a lot of people don't get the luxury of getting to that vantage point, you know, to be able to be up high and look back and be like, what the fuck happened back there that, you know, enabled me getting here. And that's really like a huge thing. I was like, holy fuck, I was manifesting this shit, you know? And I didn't doubt myself. And I didn't think about what anyone else thought. You know, so and that's kind of like,
and that's my number one advice.
Yeah,
I get asked all the time, what's your number one advice? And this isn't just to models.
Yeah, this
is to anybody out there. Don't compare yourselves to anybody. That you can get so lost, because I've done it before.
Me too.
Even when, you know how I got into Sports Illustrated Swimsuit, they're the first ever open casting call. Hashtag a video, SI swim search.
You should give them an idea.
Oh yeah.
So I talked to her agent before, or is Chris your agent?
Yeah.
Who's a dandy of a gentleman, by the way. We've had some nights at the ranch without Camille. But he was telling me that, you know, I knew obviously, but just you should kind of like I'm going to say this, you don't have to. Your path to where you got. So you literally, like, out of every fucking girl in the world who, FYI, I see like millions of girls. Like, I know so many girls like that audition and send it in.
Yes,
so you literally are facing the crowd, literally. Because, at this point, did you have any modeling experience, you know, when you were doing it? Just a little here and there, right?
I mean, I couldn't get signed to an agency, so it was just like
freelance job.
Exactly.
And just building like an online platform as much as you can.
Starring in John Kilmer music videos.
Exactly. Which that's a fast track to
superstardom. Talk about from the bottom.
That video was honestly great.
That place is a cesspool.
For what it was.
It's a cesspool for talent. What the fuck was that?
I was honored to be behind your lens.
But my point is, like, for those
in front of your lens,
you want to talk about like long shots. I mean, I'm a long shot example for sure, you know, but long shot in the sense of like, dude, she fucking entered a contest online, and then what was it? A calendar year later, you were the cover of that swimsuit. So anybody in their fucking living room, like, you could do it. It's the same thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why you feel the way you feel, because it's actually that. It's actually that organically raw that you can actually do it. You just have to jump for it and jump and jump and jump. And no matter how many people say no, you just keep jumping and jumping and jumping.
Well, what's so interesting is, I mean, I kind of share it here and there, but that's why I like doing podcasts like this, when I can like really explain it. But I actually hate talking about myself and rather talk about things that are like, spiritualness. Like helping, like, say things that people could take away or not take away. But
Steve, close the door. I can hear is the door closed? Steve, close the door.
Oh my gosh.
Watch. Good boy.
Did he open that just to like what? Like just
he opens it to go outside, but I could hear there's like, Steve, sit down and stay.
Aww.
All right.
Good job, buddy.
Okay, Mr. Steve. Okay.
Yeah.
He's the best.
It's taking everything in me not to like scream into the microphone. I'm just like of excitement.
He's the cutest.
Oh, that's one thing I miss from traveling. I don't have pets right now.
Yeah, we talked about it off. I don't think we were filming it.
Do we have ADD here?
ADD?
Like me and you.
What do you mean?
I'm not diagnosed like ADD, but we're like squirrel. Like we're
Steve,
all over the place with this.
It's all right, don't matter.
But a Sports Illustrated Swimsuit, essentially, talk about manifesting. It's one of those things where it's like, trust the process, time and a place situation. I've been talking about it forever. I knew, not in a narcissistic way, but I was hoping and I had felt it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but I knew that if I was going to model, I wanted to model for Sports Illustrated Swimsuit, simply because at a young age, I recognized freckles, hips, thighs, women that look real, women that I could relate to. Everything didn't look like, you know, boobs up to the face, like very like Barbie body, and smooth out skin. Like it was real, it was raw, and I was like, that shit's sexy, like that's confidence.
Yeah.
Without even having to hear anybody speak, like I could just tell. It just resonated with me.
Right.
And so I went to school. I was a dancer my whole life. I cheered for the Patriots while I was going to school full time at Eastern Connecticut State. I was like, I got to make the most of this. I was like, this school's boring.
Got a hubby out of it, you know?
You know what? I thought that I was going to, I thought I had one regret in life, and I thought that was going to a state school, because I didn't really like, I don't know. It was just like kind of boring to me.
Right.
I had fun like going to party at UConn, but I just felt super trapped at Eastern. And
you went to Eastern Connecticut
State.
Did we do a show there?
No way.
I'm sure.
No, I think we did. I had a wild time at that school.
Kilmer from the parking lot. He's like, Eastern Connecticut State.
No, Blue, do you remember that night? We don't have to get into it.
Kilmer's like,
do you remember like?
I could tell that grin. I could tell that grin on Blue's face. He remembers it.
I mean, I'm embarrassed to say this, but
What
like,
year?
it was a couple years ago.
Okay.
I've only driven my car.
Yeah, Eastern alum.
I've only driven like blackout drunk like a number of times. 2 have been with Blue, and 1 was at that school.
That's freaking scary. Like,
I know.
For the safety of human beings.
I drove all the way to Yukon just completely.
Did you say
blackout.
while filming?
That's probably the yeah. You know you can't do that anymore.
No. I put those days behind me, but I remember that school because I remember I drove Blue's ass to Domino's so I could like keep him awake.
There is a Domino's right there.
And then we drove to Yukon.
Was this before Uber?
Yeah, I think there was no Uber in this because where is it? What town is it?
Willimantic, Connecticut.
Yes,
right next to Stores. Another
Stores.
Bum.
Yukon, right?
I journaled
Stores,
about
Yukon?
this.
That was
I
Yukon,
journaled about that night. It was so impactful in my life.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll read it to you sometime.
I would love that.
Maybe we'll close tonight's episode with a.
No.
Is the journal here?
He said no, we can't.
There's a reason it's in a journal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I didn't even get to wrap the thought before we got into it. But like, you just give me the answer as far as timeline. So when you submitted that, you submitted that when?
It was a month after I moved here, so it was like March of 2017 or April of 2017.
So then you win it, right?
I won it a year later.
You win that a year later, and then a year later you're on the cover of it. It's fucking nuts.
Less than that, even.
Less than that. So
no. Well, I'd shot the cover, but I didn't know in November of 2018.
Fucking nuts. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that was my rookie shoot.
it's such a. It's just a nutshell of what I'm trying to say.
I manifested going to Australia. I wanted to go I was like, I don't know if I tweeted or I was like, I tweeted something about like Australia and Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
And how I was like, I'm going to go there this year. And I shot my rookie shoot, which ended up being
The cover.
In
Australia?
But
that's fucking weird though. Like that's not coincidence. And I don't have
my journal here.
Yeah.
I wrote down a couple of things. It looks like I predicted the future the way I wrote it down. I just wrote manifestations January 26, 2019. And I wrote down more than half the things that have already happened in my life right now.
That's not an accident though. Like, and I think for people,
that's energy, by the way, going back to energy and Reiki, that's energy because manifestation's a feeling.
Mm-hmm. Totally. So like manifesting. All right. So it takes 2 things. It takes one, making the effort to put it out. You write it, you make it something actual physically. It's not just, it transfers from like a thought to something physical, but at the same time, the feeling has to accompany it for it to be manifested.
Say it out loud, and while you say it, you have to feel it.
Associate the feelings you would feel, and it's just not, it sounds crazy if you don't do it. It would sound crazy to the younger me. Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to use this platform to just be like, look, it's not crazy, and it's actually the key to like, going to places you want to go, and essentially the key to life. Mm-hmm. If you can start, once it clicks for you that you actually have all the power, you know what I mean? That
it's written in the stars for you already, and they're just waiting. It's just waiting for you to tap into it. Just waiting. Yeah.
I love that you're on this wave, but it's not an accident. And most of the people I sit down with feel this way in one way or another. Not.
I mean, there's a common denominator here. A lot of the people that you have on here have a success story.
Yeah, exactly.
But the common denominator behind that came from struggle. Yeah. Came from a dream.
But understanding, it comes this kind of peace of mind when you understand that, like, at the end of the day, you still hold the power. You might be struggling, in these moments, but if once it clicks for you that you do have it, it opens up life, I think.
I always say, if you don't believe in yourself, then who will? Yeah. And when you walk in a room, whether it's for an audition or it's to, what do I know about music? Sell someone on a beat. Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
Sell someone on a beat. Wrong? I'm going to use that.
I don't know. Like, pretend Lou's in the room and you like...
Yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm trying to sell you some beats.
I'm going to sell some of y'all on this beats right here.
But it could sound like shit, but if you own it, you might fool someone.
Yeah.
maybe if they're not even like thinking it's gonna be good, they see you owning the shit out of it. Talk about going back to owning it with Camille Kostek.
Right.
Title of my university talks. If you want me to come to your school, let me know.
Book away, guys.
Chris, plug your email, please.
I think that's fire. You're doing that. I think that's fire. You're doing that because
Awesome.
it's like, it's definitely something that I think. One, I think it's right up your alley, but two, like I kind of like that's something I hope I can do someday. It's such a cool way because it's like it's your version of, you know, like when we talk about you get to a vantage point where like yes, you've been through school. You've made it through, you know, those ranks.
But life experience has taught me the most.
Oh, of course. What I'm saying is after you got through those ranks, most people like, you know, they feel like they need to settle in, figure something. Once you get to the next vantage point where you've had all these experiences, you just like, that's kind of why I had this podcast. Like you just want to like share it with, and it makes you feel fulfilled too, to know that you're at least, all you can do is try to share it, you know?
If one person out of this is like, wow, I'm so happy I just spent my morning commute or my night or whatever with my headphones in or listening to this.
Yeah.
And you've just opened me up to seeing something differently or seeing something better or wanting to impact my life in a more positive way. This conversation is all the worthwhile suddenly. I mean, it always was.
Right.
But it's more than just us shooting the shit. And it's like, because this is ultimately like to help somebody else or inspire, motivate, whatever
and that's you're clearly going out of your way to use your platform in that sense already. You know, it's what you're doing. It's pretty obvious, but it's dope.
You guys are giving me a place to speak out here, so.
Oh man, you're one of the first one. I hit him. I hit her because I know I had Travis on already. The episode hasn't come out yet, but I was like, I need fucking Camille over here ASAP. So I'm glad we're here.
I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Chris is like, that's me.
It's all you. It's all you. But
all right, Chris, I knew Mike.
Yeah. we knew each other way before you, bro.
But he did get my ass here.
He did.
He did. He locked that in yesterday. We went down the to-do list, and then like the last thing on the list, he's like, Camille, Mike's your homie. Like, get in the house. Yeah. Just go there, sit
to the
down.
ranch.
And I was like, can we do it at like 9 at night?
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things. I'm here for like 4 or 5 days.
Right. You got a lot to do.
I was like,
let's get into what you're doing a little bit.
Yeah.
So we can talk about it, right? The movie stuff.
Yeah.
You're fucking rocking and rolling already, huh?
Okay, you want to know how that came about?
How?
Plain and simple. I called up one of my agents in Boston. And I went, hey, there's a lot of sweet movies being filmed in Boston. How come I'm not auditioning for them? And he's like, I don't know. You don't act.
You don't act.
You don't take class. And I go, well, then I'm going to learn in the audition. Taking risks, being spontaneous has led me to the best damn things in my life.
Gotta jump.
Well, let me tell you.
I shot my movie in Boston. Just saying, where were you?
She was probably busy shooting a multi-million-dollar. He just shot his own.
Like an adult
He shot
film?
an independent film. Is it an adult film?
I shot an actual movie.
He did.
You going to be in the next one though?
What is it called?
He's gonna lock her in right now.
Is it in theaters? What's going on?
No, I didn't get that.
He shot it for $30K. It's gonna be tough to get it in fucking video in an actual theater, but it's done well. It's been getting in a bunch.
Where's the movie? Where can I watch it?
Can she watch it anywhere?
I'll send you some links.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like still in process.
It's in festivals. It's in festivals and stuff. I actually just had
that's sweet.
It was in a festival today in Red Bank, New Jersey.
How did it go?
I'd say I heard 50 or 60 people showed up. So.
No, that's great.
Nailed it.
That's great.
We'll take it.
What's the genre?
It's like a dramedy.
I'm kind of into that.
A dramatic comedy.
Are you in it too?
I have a nude scene, but that's about it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, cock and balls all over the place.
I just posted it.
I don't know if you're joking or being
I'm not
serious.
kidding. I'm dead serious. I shot a movie.
You're naked in it.
There's no.
It's.
I took it over the top with cock and balls, but he was pretty naked.
Take out your cock and balls.
It is an adult film.
No, it isn't.
You're calling a dramedy.
He has a bunch of adult films probably somewhere.
No, it's
somewhere.
It's an actual movie. I shot it in Boston. I'm already working on my next one. We don't have to get into it, but
John, this isn't about you.
You don't even have to audition. Keep going with what you're talking about. Sorry.
Let's get back to your goddamn movie.
You don't even have to audition. You're just on.
You're in it.
You're just in it.
Just cruise up to wherever she is and just start filming her, put her in it.
Hey, you guys filming a movie? Yeah, you want to be in it? Yeah. Can I be in my?
We're filming it right
Sandy?
now. I love that.
Oh, that's funny.
So you're in a movie right now.
Yeah.
Well, you're
just wrapped.
Is it wrapped? Okay.
Yeah, it's called Free Guy.
Tell us about it a little bit.
Sean Levy, he's the director of a little series called Stranger Things.
Wow.
So
not too shabby.
yeah, he's incredible. Talk about energy. Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
I suddenly am obsessed with acting simply because of the experience I had working with them.
Wow.
Ryan Reynolds is
he everything? Is he everything every woman hopes he is?
Oh yeah.
In a non-sexual way. I mean, just like as a person, and
easy to talk to, helps give direction, so pleasant.
Love that.
Insane energy. I mean, watch when his kids came to set. They'd be like cut, or like we'd be running a scene and he'd be playing with his kids, and I'm like, his regular life is a movie. Mm-hmm. They're little adorable little Blake Lively's and Ryan Reynolds mix, like that. Their life's a movie.
They got it going on. Ryan's got it going on for sure.
Goals.
Great six-pack.
Yeah. How is his six-pack right now in person?
He had a shirt on.
There's no shirtless scenes? It's a Ryan Reynolds movie.
Not with me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't think he's ever put out a movie without his fucking abs all over the place.
That's true. I'm a big fan of The Proposal.
It's probably written in his contract.
He has so many good ones.
So many good movies.
I like The Proposal a lot.
You didn't see that movie.
Sandra Bullock?
Shut the front door.
Come on, man.
Oh, man. Just when I think I know everything about this guy.
No. Hey, I got layers, man. I got a lot of layers. Got a lot of layers. A lot of great scenes in that.
Wow.
Anyways. Back to the goddamn movie.
So I got the part in that movie. I'm like, don't blink right after the sex scene, and I feel pretty with Amy Schumer. I have a principal talking line with Amy, and that was the first movie I ever went out for. So suddenly I was like, I love acting. And then
I think it's right up your fucking alley.
Oh, I had so much fun.
Yeah.
July 4th, 2020, go see the movie Free Guy.
Yeah. So you got some fucking like you're not just in it. Like you got some scenes with like Channing Tatum and like.
How did you know that?
Little fucking birdie told me.
Oh, did you see like an article or something?
I didn't see shit.
What the heck?
Hey.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I'm connected.
So you have zero prior acting experience and you got this role.
Yeah.
I'm connected in Hollywood.
Because I went out. I said, get me on the list. Call them up. Let them know that I want to go in a Boston
You were exactly
casting.
like Reese Witherspoon in Legally Blonde.
How so?
Because she
just went for it.
She woke up one day and she's like, I want to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
And look what happened.
But it's just not
Own
fucking.
it.
It's not coincidence.
Very strong female.
None of it is. You know, that's that's what you can take away from it the most is that if you can get yourself to actually like truly believe in, like kind of what I was saying, when you get to that point where like it goes off and you've already kind of life has proven it to you, like without a doubt, no one could tell you otherwise. And then when you have intuition, this is a crazy quote. I'm not even necessarily super religious, but like God is just the word, but it could be the universe, you know? But like intuition, like prayer is you talking to God and intuition is him talking back, you know? And it's like, if you get these feelings in you, yep. You know, like you would say like, I want to go to Australia. Little do you know, you went and shot the fucking cover of the Dream magazine in Australia. That's why your intuition was like, it's all, you know what I mean? I just truly believe that. So when you get those intuitive feelings, that's where happiness stems. When you know that you're listening to your intuition. Yep. And when you don't listen to your intuition, which most people don't because it's usually very challenging. It's usually going to push you in an uncomfortable place that people are, you know, obviously you don't like to be uncomfortable naturally. So people always find a reason to not. And the discontent is with themselves because they're like, deep down, their soul knows that they were supposed to go try this or try that. Because even if you weren't supposed to be an actor, guess what? Like a lot of kids that want to be a baseball player aren't going to be on the Red Sox. Yeah. They're not good enough. But if you go and follow that until your intuition tells you otherwise, that path that you took is part of the story to get to where, oh, maybe you're supposed to be maybe you're supposed to work in the front office, you know? But if you didn't play with this guy on this team and have a great experience, you know, he like all these relationships, everything, you know? And once you understand that, it makes decision-making a lot easier because you don't even have to second guess it. You're like, fuck it, you call your agent, like, let me go. And then you go and you get it. And that's kind of, the universe winking back at you because it's like, yeah, you're following it, you're listening.
And it's one of those things where, you know, sometimes I feel so silly when I say, like, this is for the dreamers. And I say all the time, like on my social media, I say it on podcasts, I say it on TV shows, I say it on the news. I always say that cover's for the dreamers. Here's another one. That movie, I don't care if you want to be an actor or an actress or not. We've all been to the movie theaters and we've all seen on the big screen and we've all gotten hyped off of like the opening of a movie when you hear the music and like you'll look at it. Maybe you don't say it, maybe you think it, whatever. I have said, I want to be in the movies. Mm-hmm. I want to be in the movies. How cool would it be to see myself in the movies? Then it started to shift. I'm going to be in a movie. Mm-hmm. And then I started writing it down. I am in a movie.
I love that you do that. I do the same
And now I'm in a motherfucking movie coming to theaters with some pretty big names.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. There's always like, I feel like Cardi B, press. Like there's always press.
Right.
It is one of the coolest things for me to read now.
Mm-hmm.
Model turned actress Camille Kostek alongside Ryan Reynolds with Sean Levy and so. And I'm like, that is the coolest sign to read right now because no one created that other than me.
Yeah.
I had like no one.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for anybody's
permission.
All the
power.
I didn't ask for anyone's teachings. Nothing.
Right.
That was just me being like, girl, you want to be in a movie?
Yeah.
Well, go try.
The thing is, what's amazing about it is there's no going back. Mm. Like you just know this. You're gonna have this. Steve, close the door. Close the door.
I just want to watch him open and close it.
Just close it on somebody. Yeah, no, you know, once you know, it's just like that's how I feel. I just don't. There's no way that I'm not gonna be able to do what I want because it's just about getting yourself there. It's amazing that you're there. It really is. You write. So affirmations. I'm on that wave every day. First thing I do.
And you're doing it right now. This podcast is a great time for it. Reflection's big. Reflection and gratitude.
This podcast is more for me than them. And that's what I tell them when they I've been looking for a way, because music, it's hard. I know what music I want to make and I'm making it, and I'm going to be able to say the things I want to say, but like it's less of, you have to do it in so little words, and you have to, there's a certain, it's really about the song still. If you break it down, it's still about this 3-minute song. Like what's best for the song, which amazing, right? But I have so many things I wanted to say and share. And I'm not like a huge social media guy anymore. Like I am much more now with the podcast because I'll post those. But like, my Twitter, I pretty much use it as like, I'll tweet out stuff like this, just like thoughts and things that could help. But this was such a like interesting opportunity for me. It took a while to click, and I was like, "Oh,
it's therapeutic.
I should do a podcast." Like,
it's
really therapeutic for me. But it also helps me. Like, I've been doing so much thinking and like, you could call it studying, kind of just spirituality and adopting it, adopting the ideologies, but to articulate it, with other people who. They don't have to share the same values, but they at least have gone through very similar experiences. These experiences, like climbing and reaching success, it's very, it kind of like draws spirituality out of you because it's just like, there's a whole new set of challenges. There's a whole new set of people in your life and all these different circumstances you never saw for yourself necessarily. Even if you did, once you're in it, it's totally different. So it's like, not a rebirth, but it's just like, wait, you strip it back and like, who am I? What am I trying to do now?
Yes.
Because I'm here. Now it's not about just getting there. It's about what's next. What's the overall purpose? What's the next thing, And it's amazing because you're doing it. It's pretty clear. Like I didn't know you're on this wave that heavy, but it's clear. It's clear to see that mindset has been a huge part of being able to achieve.
I spent a lot of time alone, a lot of time traveling alone. I mean, when you're away from your friends, your family, your significant other, like the people, like your circle, like I don't know, it's
challenging.
Yeah,
it's challenging, and it's also very. It's challenging, but it's like a beautiful challenge. It's very revealing.
Space for growth.
Yeah, it's very revealing. It's revealing. It's. And then once you start like pulling back the layers and you're proud of your layers, that's another great feeling, you know, but then it's, for me, now it's purposely going out of my way to correct anything. Just losing the ego of like, it's not about like, I don't have it all. Like things might be going amazing, but there's just so much more to improve on and grow and grow and grow and grow, you know, and that's where I am headspace wise. But with that headspace growth, like I feel my life is growing tenfold with it. You know, it makes everything, because again, it's starting here. And then once this is at peace, the flow and symmetry of everything around you.
Well, it's, I mean, it goes back to this, like people who are like physically in pain. Like I know somebody who, I have a friend of mine who's like literally like has back pain every day and is in a lot of debt.
Right.
But that's all they talk about. And it's all they think about.
Attracted more of it.
Snowballs. The same way it snowballs when you're thinking, even if you're in the slump, like even if you're in the dirt, but you just start to change your mindset, it starts to snowball. Like, I mean, it's people always say to me, oh my God, you must be going 1,000 miles an hour and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but it wouldn't be if I wasn't honing in on good energy and all the good things while taking time to reflect. Like it's all, my team wouldn't be as cool as they are. Like my team or my friends, it's almost weird for you to be like, Chris is your agent, right? And I'm like, is he? Yeah, he is. But he's also like my boy. But it's because you start to become aligned with the right people. Like Sports Illustrated Swimsuit, I was nervous that, yeah, it's the dream job, but maybe maybe it's not a dream team behind it. Well, guess what? Those people feel like family. They will be invited to my wedding.
That's great.
They will be, you know, some of those models, maybe they might be one of my bridesmaids. Like, it's just like you're suddenly aligned with all the right people and like-minded people. And
I love it. Exactly right.
It's just like wherever you focus your energy, your mindset is what's going to end up surrounding you and what you end up attracting. The same way it would be if you start to just think and feel all of the things that are bad in your life.
Right.
You can literally pull yourself out.
I mean, I was just, that was actually a big part of it. I had gone through, like, you know, Josie, I'd broken up. We had probably like a year-long breakup to the point where, like, I was just so emotionally drained by it and defeated. Even if you know it's the right decision and you're on the right path, I'd never really been in love, never mind falling out of love and that whole experience. But that was a big part of it. Like, I was like, yo, I'm being a bitch. Really. Like, I was like, it took a little while. And I was just like, correct this shit, you know? And that's really what put me down this. But, like, waking up and being thankful my fucking arms and legs work and my mom and dad are still alive. I've never been so thankful
for my eyesight and my hearing until like at this age, I'm like,
yeah,
I feel so lucky. Yeah. I don't want to live another life.
Yeah.
Like this is the one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, shoot.
And it's a great feeling when you feel that way, you know, but it's not to say that you won't have days and times when it will be really hard to get to that place.
And I've had them.
I'm sure you do, you know, and I do too all the time. But
there's a lot of things people don't know about me that I don't even know if I ever want to share. But
right,
you know, I always get, how are you so happy? How are you so confident? How are you so? Oh my God!
Well, I mean, like, Camille, you're definitely because I know, and you don't even have to admit it. There's days where you're just you're not faking it. You're just like, you're a professional, and you know how much your time means to these people. You're also like, on a human level, you're like, yo, these people are here to see me at my best, so I'm going to do it. And you raise that level, which I do all the time, you know. But it's not even a faking thing. It's literally like, it's a social mask. Like Jim Carrey talked about this crazy speech he gave. It was just like, depression is because, like, yo, they're so tired of upholding this image of yourself, even to yourself, maybe.
And I think that sometimes, I think that's not I don't suffer from depression.
Yeah.
But I think that's like,
it's part of it.
Why I cry after.
Definitely.
It feels good, but it's also like, I need a minute for me.
Yeah.
You know, there's me too. Like they always say, like, put the safety mask on first before you help others. So you gotta take care of yourself first.
Right. How long are we right now, John?
An hour.
An hour? Want to take a pee break?
We'll be right back with You Never Know, You Know What I Mean, right after this urination break.
Are you competitive?
When it comes to sports?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There are a couple of things. Couple things. I don't share my food. Especially with Rob. His bites are equivalent to my,
so
like,
does he eat
bites.
like for 5 normal men?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Whenever I go to the grocery store, like I'll get like 5 tubs of hummus and he'll be like, this is ridiculous. And I'm like, really?
Because be gone.
Before I even finish unloading the groceries, you'll pull out the hummus.
So he says you're ridiculous
tub.
for bringing
that
many hummus, but then he'll eat it all. Sounds about right. That's a glimpse into marriage.
And then like his brothers will be in town.
Oh yeah, fuck. I know those guys. They're fucking wild motherfuckers.
A food that lasts me a week will last an afternoon there.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. That's not even being dramatic.
What the fuck's your day-to-day like at the Gronkowski household? Like, paint us a picture. What's it like?
Wait, can we just, you said that we could clear this up in the beginning.
Well,
I have Steve's hair all over me.
Yeah.
Can we acknowledge that?
Yeah, let's acknowledge it. Steve's shedding.
Thank you.
She came in, gave him a big hug. I said, you're gonna literally have, you're gonna have a fur ball. You're gonna have a fur ball outfit by the time of this, but it's not terrible. I can't even see. You're good.
All right.
What the fuck is a? Just give us a tiny little peek into the Gronkowski household.
Honestly,
what the fuck's going on?
We are a bunch of homebodies. Like when we're home, that's our time that we're not traveling. Like summertime, we do like to do sprints in the backyard and race.
It's fucking hilarious.
And then we jump in the pool. We lay out by the pool a lot. Mm-hmm. We go on bike rides. We play basketball on the court and in the pool.
I can't wait to get this animated. It's just her and Rob on bike rides somewhere in fucking New England.
We play Rummy 500 card game. Do you guys ever play? I'll play you.
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, big Rummy 500
when
guy.
the pizza gets here, we're playing Rummy 500.
I'm not in a relationship, so I would probably know all about these things. Kilmer is. So.
No, but honestly, I feel like the things that him and I do, I feel like that's not like normal in a relationship.
No.
I feel like
everything you just said.
We love being active.
Being active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He draws me a bath. I take like salt baths. Like if I'm traveling a lot, that's actually cute. But we like don't take them together. I'm like, get out.
Yeah, you need a huge bath.
They don't make tubs that large.
You need a huge bath.
I think they call those pools.
Installment, I'll say that.
You will. It's about time.
Too big for him.
It's about time.
I mean, too little for him.
Have you made him a bath guy? Is he now a bath guy because of you?
He actually made me bath girl.
Breaking news. Breaking news. No one would have drew it up like that. Hey. Mm-hmm. I went through a bathtub phase. I did.
Because hot tubs are cool, but then you think about it, and hot tubs are like filled with chlorine.
Yeah.
And now that we're healthy,
as
more than half of this podcast has been about, I like to be in magnesium salt, some Epsom salt, some lavender essential oil, and read a book or light a candle or some incense. I'm a freaking hippie too, apparently.
Yeah. I'm on this fucking wave too, man.
Listen to some meditation music while I'm in the bath.
I do that. I fall asleep to meditation.
But this isn't
music.
a bath that's like, some are calming and soothing. Some are like ripping the toxins out of my body, which is why we don't bathe together in these. Because you're like sweating out like toxins.
Right. So you're a big bath bomb, bath accessory gal. Mm-hmm. Just go to fucking bed. Where's the fucking place?
Like when part of my birthday
you go to
present.
Lush, Mike. You go to Lush.
Lush. Wait, we're silencing him over here?
You live under a rock?
Kind of.
Do you have a diffuser?
Do I have a diffuser?
Do you really? I will check your room.
Try 6.
Are you kidding?
Just in case the first 5 break.
Do you really?
Nah.
No, I don't know what a diffuser is.
Really? Oh, you guys, I should have brought you.
What's a diffuser?
I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? What kind of woman am I coming here? No food.
Your presence
no
is
housewarming
all we
gift.
Needed. Your presence is all we needed. You're a tough gal to book.
Yeah, but I should have showed up with this is so bad on my part, and I should have played this is terrible. Yeah. And I was like, "You guys got food?
We got food on the way. We
no,
got pizza.
I'm gonna have to send you guys a diffuser to the house. So you drop a little essential oil in it. You can put one in right there in the opening of your house. Steve
keeps open. Steve's gone outside 15 times during this podcast. So it's a diffuser that you have out in the open?
You literally, you just put water in it, and it like mists the essential oil into the air. And when you go to bed, I like the lavender. Mm-hmm. Yep. I like a lemongrass to set the tone in the morning. It and it's a great scent if you guys
Versace,
have company, and it smells like a bunch of marijuana in here.
Oh yeah,
We got the Airwick air freshener plugins in this house.
That's trash. Get that out of here.
Is that shit whack?
You're trying to be about mind, body, spirit in here.
That shit whack.
Out.
So yeah, I'll probably. Well, we could just draw back the tape here and just write down. Have Versace go get this stuff because I'm on it. We need it.
I'm gonna get you guys a diffuser.
All right. Yeah.
And a starter essential oil pack. Hold me to it.
Okay. I will.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
You're gonna have one over here behind this plant. You're gonna have one in the opening. You're all gonna have one by your bedside.
I need one in the studio for sure. I spent a lot of time up there.
Yep.
A lot of time. I'm a big candle guy. I've gone into the candle world pretty heavily now.
Candles are great.
I got some manifestation candles up there.
Really? Where do you get them?
An amazing spot over here. I could put you on. There's probably spots like this, but it's so mom and pop and it's so fire. I just stumbled upon it
That's
over there.
East Coast vibes too.
And I bought like fucking 10 candles. Pretty expensive, but worth it.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
Did you call them manifestation candles?
It's literally what they are.
How?
Do you start writing things down? When you
if I were
burn
to actually read, like there's like a whole description, but I was just talking with the lady and she's like, yeah, these are beautiful manifestation candles. There's basically like in the wax, there's crystals from like, I don't know. I would botch it if I were.
I know what you're
I'd
talking
make
about
it up
because I
right
have
now.
one.
But there's some spirit, like, you know, like there's and they're selling like fucking certain like stones or crystals for like a lot of money in the same place, but they're like the wax has remnants of all these crystals that are positive energy and manifestation and all that shit.
You think it's the real deal?
I think if you think it's the real deal, then it's fucking real, baby.
That's true. Yep.
I mean, I've been making some heaters with that candle on.
Can you freestyle right now?
You want me to?
About like
Oh shit.
yeah.
Puts me right on the spot. You actually got to come here. You got to, before you go, play some new shit. You
Yeah.
got to come here some new shit. I got some flash shit.
I'm
I think you'll
just-
like it. Been working on it for a while.
Does that mean pizza?
Yeah, probably. Honestly.
Listen, I truly believe that your gut is your second brain, but I also feel like peace of mind comes from eating the foods that you want sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm
hangry.
How's your diet? Are you case by case? Like if you have like an extremely busy work week coming up, you'll be more mindful about everything you put in your body.
I'll tell you what today is. Today's one of those days that if I stopped to get food, I was going to be later than I already was.
Pretty fucking late to this one, but it's
Oh,
fine.
I was about to be an hour more late if I stopped at Sweet Green to get a salad before I came here.
Yeah. So instead of sweet green, we're gonna do pizza. That's the trade-off.
She eats pizza, ladies
When
and
you try to
gentlemen,
post-
just like the rest of us.
That's one of my guilty pleasures.
She enjoys a good cheese pizza.
We got a real carby Barbie over here.
Oh, I'll take it. Oh, love my carbs.
I'm a carby Ken. That's for damn sure. Bring that right over here, Big
Oh
Papa.
my gosh.
Bring that right
I'm
over here. Versace
so
just walked in
happy
with
you're
the
here.
goods. With the goods. Why don't we wrap this up? It's been a while. Anyway, how long are we?
Yeah, we're at like an hour 10.
Can you guys say this out loud?
What? The Chug Bud?
The name of the what?
The what?
I thought
Say
you were
what out
calling it
loud?
the Chug Bud. What were you saying?
Say what out loud?
Can you say the name of the podcast out loud?
You never know.
Funny
You
now,
know what I mean?
mean.
You never know.
You know what I mean.
It's so good.
You
So
just
good, right?
never know. You know what I mean.
Why don't?
It's just, can
Let-
Blue please be here?
Oh, Blue has been. Blue's on the podcast.
Over here. Please come in to end it. Please. Can you be like Pizza Boy?
Here.
No, I want Blue to give it to me.
She wants.
Just
She wants
so
Blue
you
in
can
it.
be in this.
This shit's actually fire.
Oh, Blue, you're so cute.
You want one?
I love you. Oh, I just
Bring it over there.
the way he delivers things, like you guys are so used to it.
It's the best.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
excited.
would you
Blue's
look
in
at
with me.
this?
Come on.
Why don't we wrap this up so we can eat? But everybody, you guys obviously probably already love her as much as we do. But this is somebody to follow. I mean, even if there's more guys than girls that are listening, if you want your little sister to follow somebody or the girls you care about in your life in general, they should be following you.
Mommy, Grammy.
Yeah, because it's
Your
just
sister and your daughter.
it actually is organically and authentically what it looks like, and it's also like a great example that whatever odds, it's just very, very doable. It's doable with grace. It's doable with staying grounded.
Oh my gosh, staying true to you.
Yeah. So where can people
Got me
find
right
you?
in. Camille Kostek on everything.
It's
By
at-
everything, I really mean Instagram and Twitter.
At Camille Kostek. That's
At
it.
Camille Kostek.
Okay,
2
cool.
L's.
and you will be in the what movie? The name?
Oh, Free Guy coming out next 4th of July.
Amazing. And I'm
Grab
sure
your issues while they're still on stands, or else you're gonna have to get them on eBay probably. So
that's the Sports Illustrated.
So go get the Sports Illustrated swimsuit now out on stands everywhere.
Amazing. And thank you so much for coming and doing this. I know you're a busy lady, so it means a lot.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Steve, over and out. We're over and out.
All right, look at this is our sober cheers.
Yeah.
Lisa. Yeah.
Oh man, we gotta hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Wait, that was actually. Did you get that one?
Yeah, that's still filming.
I don't even want to do it again.
Say it with your chest.
Say with your chest.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You need to spit my gum out.